okay guys, it's time to get a little energy for the night, and I gotta make sure that I'm drinking some water, so we're just gonna try and bang them both out at the same time.
I'm going to be reviewing Hydro Rush.
Time to get up, start moving. Gotta reach out and grab my Crypto Rush and Hydro Rush. Let's go.
We've got to get this generator started, and we're going to need the energy to do that and to go exploring. Vibes up, fam.
Cheers, fam.
Okay, you guys have magnesium in here, 66 milligrams. Sodium, sea salt, 1,000. All right, it's pretty high. You got some potassium, keeps you nice and invigorated, keeps your bones and your joints going good, muscles from cramping up. And then creatine. A lot of people have been telling me about creatine, you know, very good things from the weight training community. Yeah, let's see how this tastes. Okay, not bad. All right, this is Hydro Rush.
All right, we are recording. See how this goes. All right. Thank you so much for being here on 111 Pod, Melissa. How are you today?
I am excited to be here, actually. This is the vibe.
Yeah.
Right here. Just have a conversation out in the park. It's really cool.
This is amazing. Thanks for choosing this location. I've always tell my guests, hey, let's put you in a comfortable environment, you know, someplace that you can really enjoy the outdoors, somewhere outside, because I'm a big proponent of nature and getting outside, touching grass. So this is absolutely perfect for those of you guys who are just joining us. We have Stella here as well. My cat, she wanted to say hi. We'll see how long this lasts before I put her in the travel bag. But Melissa, yes, the reason you're on the show is I read your book here, The Ghost of the Green Crayon, and I was absolutely blown away by your authenticity and your vulnerability. And before we get in your book though, would you mind just introducing yourself a little bit about who you are, what you do, and how you impact people?
My name is Melissa. I'm the owner and founder of Blessings Be Bazaar. I'm also the president and founder of the Blessings Be Foundation, which is our nonprofit that helps serve the missing middle. We help people who make too much money to get assistance but still need some assistance.
I absolutely love that. I love that, Melissa. And are you from the Colorado Springs area?
No, I'm not. I'm a Texas girl.
Texas.
Okay,
Okay,
and I transplanted here, but my dad lived here for a very long time, and we used to come visit him.
Okay.
And that's why Colorado Springs was always a dream.
Oh,
It was always this was end game for us. We were going to come, and this is where we're going to live. And finally, the stars aligned, and we did all the things we were supposed to do to get here.
Awesome.
And we've been here since 2019, right before the pandemic.
Okay.
Which was prime time. I would not have wanted to do the pandemic in Texas.
That would have been tough. That definitely would have been a challenge.
Yes.
But so you work full time as an insurance agent, correct?
Yes.
And then you run your own business as well.
Yes.
And then you also do this nonprofit
Yes.
as well. So that's a lot for one woman.
Yeah.
How are you able to do all three things at
ADHD.
once? I know, right? And you have a pretty big social media following too.
I'm on TikTok.
Yes.
And yeah, I mean, I think it's easy when you know it's necessary and when you enjoy it. So my job is my job. I had a reframe on my 40-hour-a-week job, and it's my angel investor. If without that job, I would not be able to do the dream, which is the bazaar. And I only do things at that job that I love to do. Because if it's something that I have to put out for a product that, oh, well, you have to do it and you have to have 20 of these. And if you don't have 20 of these, I already have that at my job. Like, I don't need that stress. It's, I want to make 20 of these. And if they sell out and I don't want to make them again, then I don't. And, you know, maybe they'll make a reprise. But until then, that's my pleasure. That's for me. Right. And the nonprofit is for the community.
I love that. Before we start getting into that, you're also a mom of 2 kids, right?
Yes, technically 3.
I have kids.
32-year-old, a 30-year-old, and because I lost my mind, a 7-year-old.
Oh my gosh! Whoa! That's a big age disparity.
Big age, yeah.
Was that an oops baby? Or?
No.
Okay,
It was a thoroughly
planned,
planned baby, but he is everything.
Aww.
He is me. And he gets to get the healed version of me too. My older kids did not get the healed version of me. I have to thank them in a different way because we all grew up together and we were all figuring it out together. But now with this young one, he gets the healed version of me, and he gets to be all of the extra
Right.
that I wasn't allowed to be.
Oh, wow. Right, right.
And in a safe environment. So
Oh,
I learn more every day with him.
oh, I love that. I love that. So, I guess let's get into the book a little bit because
Okay.
it's a very short book, which I absolutely loved, but I did take my time.
Yeah.
So, I think it's really like you say, if no one is coming to feed you, you must learn how to eat the world. And it's all about, when I read it, it was definitely, you had a lot of trauma growing up as a child, and then you overcame that trauma, but it was all centered around hunger.
Yes.
And just getting enough to eat. And I know your nonprofit is around that as well. So I absolutely love how you tied that in together and how you really care about what goes into your body. So I'd love to hear more about just the theme around food and hunger, and why was this such an impact to you, and why did you want to write about this?
In the beginning of the book, I explain how that lock on the refrigerator triggered me.
Right.
And it was really just a couple of years. I was always feeding people. Let's be real. When people talk about love languages, I say I feed people. And they're like, that's not a love language to me. If I'm feeding you, I love you. And I'm worried about what you eat. I'm always worried about people eating, because I didn't. And I didn't realize how much of that time had shaped even how I was acting now and the decisions I was making now. I was still acting like that hungry little girl, you know, and I didn't realize how it was limiting me. And that, writing that, and it isn't a perfect thing by any stretch of the imagination, but it was so cathartic. And I felt like that was the linchpin that I needed to put everything together and to start moving forward, even at this ripe old age of soon to be 55.
Oh my gosh, you look amazing
Sorry,
for
girl.
55. Serious? I didn't even guess. I was going to say late 40s.
Yes, that's what you're supposed to
mid-40s.
say.
There we go. Even better. Even better. So, but yeah, so cathartic, meaning you really got to dig deep in your childhood trauma, and you really got to overcome. How hard was it for you to write that out and to actually communicate to yourself a lot of this trauma? Because it's hard for a lot of people to do that. Yeah.
It was, because I was talking to that little girl. And then I was talking to that teenage girl. And then I was talking to the young adult, Melissa, too. And it was, and I even say it in the book, how I just was consuming mass quantities of food in the middle of the night. You know, like I was sneaking food. I was doing it again. I was just, it was like I had to revisit and become that person at each stage. And it was triggering. It was therapeutic. But I did it, and I recommend it to anybody. Write your book, and it doesn't have to be perfect. But get it out there. I wouldn't care if anybody read it, really. But the biggest reason why I wrote it too is I needed people to understand why this nonprofit was so important to me. That it really spoke to me, and it's me speaking to you through food. And of all of the parts of hunger, even the very, very scary part, that part where I was making money, but I didn't have enough, was the hardest part to navigate. Because you felt guilty about asking for help when, I got a house, you know, and that person doesn't even have a house. So let them have the food. I'm not going to take resources from people who need it more. And so I ended up going without, ended up putting myself in a hole, because I didn't just ask for help. But there's this whole pride thing that goes into it all. But again, that was the whole reason. And I guess maybe there was a reason of it, because again, the lock triggered me.
Right. That's kind of how it all started.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the lock. And like, I know, give me a little bit of the timeline. When did you write this book? And was it like after the nonprofit, or how did it go with your timeline of wanting to release it? And
the timeline was, okay, so I got triggered.
Okay.
And I was triggered for about a year.
Okay.
Before it dawned on me.
No pun intended.
What the issue was.
Yeah.
And it was once I started the nonprofit. So in November of last year, Colorado's food stamps got cut.
Oh, okay.
And we immediately jumped into, hey, let's feed some people. Let's give some opportunities for people to get some free food. No barriers. We don't ask for your name. We don't ask. I mean, we do, but it's more like, who's picking it up? You can give me whatever name you want. It doesn't.
Yeah.
But we wanted to help people, and what we found out was the people that were coming who needed the help were people who were on food stamps and lost them, but were also, just middle class families, single people. That trope of eating ramen and living off of ramen should not be a thing.
No.
They're like, I lived off of ramen for, my whole college years. I guess 4 years. How did you even learn anything? Your brain was not being fed.
Right.
And I always say that the noise that hunger creates is so loud that you can't heal. So you can't heal if you're hungry.
Right.
Anyway, so then getting back to it, I wrote it so that people could know that I was speaking from because I say it all the time. I've been at every stage of hunger. I've been at every stage of hunger. And rather than have to explain that story over and over again, I wrote it in a book. And there it was. So it was after the nonprofit started. So that way I could get it.
Gotcha.
I needed people to understand, we're a bunch of nonprofits here in Colorado Springs, and we're all fighting for, our nickels and dimes to make it work.
Right.
And I was hoping that if people could just see the truth, my truth, that they would, help me out.
Yeah. So the book was to help promote the nonprofit.
It was.
That's what. Okay. And how was the reception with the book? Like, how did you take it to market? And
I just put it on Amazon and I put it on Facebook.
So just self-published.
And yes. Okay. And Kindle. But how it's received is the same way that you received it. It's a short book. It's only like 70 pages.
Less than 100. Yeah, for sure.
But it's like I read the chapter and I had to wait. And I read a chapter. I read 2 chapters. I could get through 2 chapters, but now I had to wait. And a lot of people have to sit with it. I tried my very best to not make it a trauma dump.
Right.
I didn't want that, and I skirted past all the other issues that happened.
There were more issues.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, I just spoke of the hunger.
Okay,
I didn't speak of, because there's a part where I say I don't know what happened between 5 and 7.
Oh.
And I just skirt past that piece because it wasn't.
It's hard to remember back then too. Between ages 5 to 7, I don't remember what happened.
I wish. I have a very good memory. I remember a lot of things. And, and my brain said I don't need to remember 5 to 7, and I agree with it. Whatever happened, we don't need to know.
Right. Right.
But what was I saying? Oh, that's how it's received. It's people feel connected to me, which is what I wanted. I wanted people to see me,
right?
And why I am the way I am.
Yeah, definitely. No, I absolutely love it, and I do want to touch on the title, "The Ghost of the Green Crayon," and so, which to me has nothing to do with food, but maybe would you mind sharing a little bit of light about the title name?
It's because green is my favorite crayon to eat.
Okay. Right.
And it was always my favorite crayon when I was younger. It was how I sustained myself for a very long time.
Oh my gosh.
It was a box of crayons. Back in the day, they were made with like tallow, and they weren't made with all wax like they are now, but they still had other chemicals that you shouldn't have had.
Right.
But, you eat what you can. And the green crayon was
your favorite.
My favorite.
Okay, so that's the okay, that makes sense. So it's just the trauma dump, sure, but it wasn't all trauma. Like, you have to understand who this person is to actually connect with them. And I felt like you did a really great job of balancing the trauma with, what you overcame, and then the reasoning behind why food was so important and is so important, especially with your nonprofit. And so if you wouldn't mind sharing me a little bit about your nonprofit's mission and how you impact your community. I think that's a really big question.
I think the biggest way that there are plenty of nonprofits out there feeding people. I think the biggest way that we do it is we decided from the beginning that we weren't going to be data collectors. We felt that their pride and their dignity was more important than their data. And that means that we're not going to get the big grants that are out there for nonprofits. We will always be community driven, and we will always need community support, because we just want you to come and get the food. We don't need proof of your need. We don't even care if you're from here. Like in the actual, like if you're visiting from Aurora and and you're like, oh dang, I didn't know about this place, come get this food. And I think that's how we impact the community the best. Because there are plenty of, and and I want all these nonprofits to succeed.
Yeah.
Feed them. If you don't want to eat from me, that is absolutely fine, but please find a table to eat.
Yeah.
Wherever it is.
Definitely, definitely. And so when I kind of want to break down a little bit of your nonprofit. Where do you source your food? How do you collect it? And then how do people qualify to get, I guess, the baskets or
Yes.
boxes? Or
To qualify, you just have to ask for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's your qualifications. How we source them, we get sustainable foods, shelf stable foods, and we also have our Grounded Roots program where we're actually growing vegetables. So right now we have lettuce, spinach, zucchini, and squash, and yellow squash. Pumpkins are on the way. It was hard this year though. The Colorado weather was not allowing these gardens to grow. We have a garden at the Deerfield Community Center. They offer a free garden space.
Yeah.
And our director of agriculture took over a spot and really ended up taking over the whole garden. She helps everyone to grow their garden, but everyone was suffering because we had no water. So she is literally hauling a 5-gallon jug of water into her garden every day to water her garden and get whatever fruits and vegetables she can, because it has been rough this gardening season.
Is it just due to the fires, you think, and just the drought?
No, in general, the drought is what it was.
It's not a lot of rain, I've
Yes.
noticed. Yeah.
So they were, first it was only 3 days a week, and then it was, well, we can't even water the garden right now. And but I'm so proud of her because she's just out there hauling. She even has a garden in her own backyard as a backup in case we can't. But we were able to give out some fresh heads of lettuce.
Oh, good.
You know, that don't have the diseases. What is
Sure.
that? What's that thing going around?
Salmonella or what?
Something. 'Cause there's a lettuce disease
Okay.
happening right now.
Gotcha.
And
wash your veggies.
wash
and
your
fruits
veggies.
Double.
Yes. And I do feel though that when you get a head of lettuce or any vegetable from a garden, you're inclined to wash it more than you are from the store.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So,
for sure.
but yeah.
You have to.
But we also offer, she will teach you how to grow these foods, because we want you to have
cool.
sustainable food.
Right.
You know, we don't want you to have to always come to us. You know, we're happy to be here if you need us, but she will teach you how to grow these vegetables so that way you have some in your own garden.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
And especially with the weather though, how hard is it to have your own garden around here?
Very. It is very hard. But, you know, if you're just worried about you and your family, and you're just growing enough vegetables for you and your family, that is sustainable.
Yeah.
We can make that happen.
Right.
Because that's just a raised garden bed. You can control the water. You can control the shade. You can control the sun. You know, and those are a lot of the things that she teaches you if you ever decide to want to go to our Grounded Roots program.
There you go.
And that's absolutely free as well.
Oh, I love that. I love that. So, I love that you've partnered with, so is that her own nonprofit that you've partnered with, or it's just like a program?
No, she's our director of agriculture.
Okay.
And that's our program through Blessings Bee Foundation.
Awesome.
She's ours. You can't have her.
How many programs are you working with? Is it just that one?
Ours?
Yeah, just yours.
So Grounded Roots is a big one. Bundles
Okay.
of Blessings is the
Bundles
bag
of
of food. It's
Blessings.
enough food to feed a family for a day.
Okay.
I can generally make it work for $15. This time it's been closer to $20
Sure.
because the cost of food is going up.
Of course.
Now we have our Just Because bags, and this is our lunches that we hand out. And I'm really happy because we're able to help Forward Together. They're another community center,
Okay.
and they do a daycare during the summertime. I don't know if daycare is the right word for it, we're partnered with them so that
Okay.
way we can feed them
Okay.
at least once a week, and that makes me feel good.
That's so cool.
You know, because she's helping, you know, give these kids something to do and distract them during the summertime so they're not bored.
What do you mean? There's so much to do.
Yes, there is, if you want to walk to it.
Right. Yeah, if the weather's amicable for sure. But yeah, I absolutely love that. Share with me a little bit about your community outreach. How do you partner with other people in your community? How do you go about it? How do you market it and such?
I troll the 411 for the 719.
Okay.
And I reach out to anybody who's out there. Hey, I need some help. Hey, can you do that? This is where
Nice.
we're at. Please come see us.
Yeah.
And now it's gotten to where other people are saying, hey, have you checked out, Blessings Be Foundation or even Blessings Be Bazaar? We don't care which name you're calling us. We're the same. We are two B's, and we're part of the hive.
Gotcha.
And we work with other small businesses
Okay.
too, to help them so our motto is, you have to be community to hive community. Because, and that was a hard one for me.
Yeah.
I'm an introvert with extrovert tendencies.
Okay.
And I wanted to sit in my shop and I wanted to sit in my house, and that's all I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But I had to start getting out there and doing the work and helping where it needed it.
Right.
And it wasn't always in my shop.
Right.
It was at somebody else's event where they were raising funds for something else that had nothing to do with me. It didn't matter. I needed to be over there helping them because they could see that I really wanted to be part of this community and help this community. And it works. If you're out there and you're helping your community in whatever capacity it is. My niece actually said it best for me, that it clicked with me. She said, I'm giving you this money because I'm not going to go out there and do that. And I don't want to do that. I don't have it in me to go out there and be the face and talk to people and do all those things, but I have a little extra money, and so I'm going to give you this money.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, that makes sense. People show up the way that works for them, and we need to stop asking them to show up in a way that doesn't work. Because you're going to get people who are like, I will volunteer as many hours as you need, but I'll never have money for you.
Right.
At least not right now, not in this stage of my life. I have no dollars, but I have time.
There you go.
So can I help you with my time? Absolutely. It's, hey, I've donated this food. Thank you for donating the food. Hey, I spread the word. We had the biggest impact we had recently was with another small business, Sharp Dog Grooming.
Okay.
Cool. She read the book and was like,
aw,
I need to help.
Yeah.
And all she did was, I'm going to donate $5 of every grooming that I have in the month of May.
Oh, wow.
That's all she said she was going to do.
Okay.
And I was like, thank you. Anything.
Yeah.
But then she started talking about it to all of her clients, and they started matching donations.
Oh, cool.
They started giving on their own. They started
Yeah.
bringing food.
Yeah.
So that small act of kindness of just $5 of her services ended up being $1,100.
Wow.
Over and to us, very small grassroots, we were able to feed. That took care of all of July for us.
Right.
That's how small we are. Not small in a bit, like we all of our expenses are niched down. So we can make $1,100 work.
Yeah, for sure. and I just love how just that one act of kindness could just be multiplied.
Yes.
By the people that you connect with, and the people that that you're having an impact with. They're impacting you in some small way. So absolutely love that. That's a great story. Thank you for sharing that. No, it's really cool. I'd love to hear more about how you came up with your name for the bees. And is it like bees, you love that animal, or like is that kind of an affinity for?
It is so narcissistic.
you always just love bees?
Egotistical. Okay. No, Melissa means honeybee.
Oh, okay.
And
cool.
So that would be, I've always been obsessed with bees because Melissa means honeybee.
Aw, that's cute.
And my daughter actually came up with the name.
Okay.
We wanted to be Blessed Bee.
Sure.
With the B-E, we still wanted the B.
Yeah.
But it was taken.
That's what I was going to say.
And it was hard. And I was like, I can't find the name.
Yeah.
We're just never going to do this because I can't find the name. And then we just came up with Blessings Be Bazaar. And we wanted it to be the bazaar.
Right.
Because we are so eclectic in our space. And you're never going to see the same thing twice, or you're going to see the same thing for 6 months.
Right.
And then it's always going to be ever changing and ever evolving. And because blessings do be bizarre. Exactly.
Alliteration.
They just you don't know why they happen or how they happen. It's just a bizarre occurrence that happens sometimes.
There you go.
And so we wanted to play on words. We love a play on words.
I love that. So your bazaar, is that your business, or is that part of the nonprofit? Okay, so share with me a little more about your bazaar and what makes it so unique.
We do urban fused honeys. That's our first piece. We also do custom tea blends. And our tea blends are very specific in, I'll give you a tea blend if you want a tea blend.
I love tea.
But I prefer to have a conversation with you and find out what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, and are you on any medications? Because I really want your experience with holistic remedies to work and be successful and to be a good experience.
Yeah.
But if you're already taking something or you already have a condition that is going to make you feel worse, then I have not done you any favors.
Right.
And I haven't done the holistic community any favors either. So I think that I'm not saying that other herbal people and apothecaries are not doing that. I just know that is specifically what we do, is that we want, because we're like, when I found out my husband was doing fresh sea moss gel, you know, and we were all doing it. We loved it. We found it was delicious. I was putting it on my buttered toast. It was, yeah, it was incredible. But he started to get really, really sick. And I was like, well, what are you talking about? We're eating healthy. We're doing all these things. And turns out it's because he has a thyroid problem. He's on levothyroxine permanently. You know, it isn't like his thyroid is gone, so he'll always have to take the levothyroxine. Turns out sea moss has iodine in it, and he had iodine poisoning because of the medication he was taking. And I was like, I should have thought about that. Why didn't I think about it? I've been, working this herbal shop for a year, and I'll tell you, this is what it'll do for this, and I can help you. You come in with your issues.
You sound like an expert.
Like I will tell you, oh, you have a problem with your anxiety, take this.
Right.
And I forgot, and I felt like I failed, at my job.
I could see that.
By not doing that, I was like, well, why didn't I? I knew it. And it just never came up in conversation. And so now it's the first thing that comes up in conversation going forward from now on.
Definitely.
And because I was selling comfrey. Comfrey should not be taken orally.
Okay.
And this is a big point of contention too, because there's mixed media on it. People say, no, comfrey's fine. You have to take a lot of comfrey. And I was like, yeah, but what you don't understand is when people like tea, they will drink tea 3 times a day.
Oh yeah, at least.
And they will drink mass amounts of tea. This is my hot tea for the morning, but now here's my half gallon of tea in the afternoon.
Some iced tea.
Because you think, it's tea and it's healthy. You could accidentally drink mass quantities of tea, of herbs. You could accidentally do it. Coffee stops you because of the caffeine. Coffee starts making your heart palpitate.
Drink too much for sure.
So you're like, okay, I better stop.
Yeah.
Coffee gives you a trigger to say, I'm done. Herbs don't always do that. So you can accidentally
keep drinking too
many. And if it's a problem because you're on certain medications or you have certain health issues. So now that's what we do.
Definitely.
And our herb infused honeys, which I love, my daughter takes care of those.
Okay.
I'm going to say it, and I say it all the time. Honey is the carrier. Don't come to us if you want raw honey that has all the honey properties. This is a spoonful of sugar.
Okay.
Helps the medicine go down. So we make luxury honeys. Like we've got a Moscato honey. That's our Moscato inspired honey. So it's got apricot and passion flower. It is delicious.
That sounds so good.
Because if you eat a lot of honey, just in general, like you buy honey from the store, eventually honey's gonna lose its pizzazz,
of course,
for you. So we're just adding some pizzazz to our honey. But also we want, hey, I know you like ashwagandha, but you don't like to drink tea. But do you like honey? How about a spoonful of sugar?
Nice.
So that way you have your herbs, you can get the benefits of them through a little sweetness. We also do all the other good stuff, chakra activation, numerology. My daughter's the numerologist. So when I saw the 111.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I love that.
Yes.
We'll have to have her on the pod, maybe.
Listen, I would be honest, like, is he going to ask me numerology things? I only know that I can't make decisions on my 2-day.
People get misconceptions about 111 too. And it's like, your podcast could be any name, honestly.
It could be.
But I just was like, I want to have something that's a little more meaningful, something that's like, not common, but you'll get it. It's short, it's to the point, And yeah, it's just something that will just, you can remember it easier,
Mhm.
essentially, right? So
And now,
it's
how long
like,
have you been into numerology?
I've literally just started this year, honestly. I had a few friends that were into it,
Yes.
and they kept sending me little texts and screenshots. Oh, it's 111, 1111,
Uh-huh.
444, make a wish, blah,
Yes.
blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, why don't I just start a podcast about this, about
Mhm.
new beginning stories?
I
Because
love
people
that.
love sharing this with me over and over again. And it's like the podcast really isn't about numerology. It's more about the people that have just really wanted to take their story to this whole new
Uh-huh.
beginnings like era.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're always in this reset. We're always in this like spiritual awakening,
Mm.
even though we don't feel like it. It's like everything's spiritual around us. I'm a big believer in that.
Yes.
And there's forces that we don't even know that are just
Mhm.
like in constant strife. So it's just something that I was like, we're going to do it this way and we're going to see how it goes. And this is my third podcast I've
Uh-huh.
run. And I'm like, this better be the last one
But-
because I start and stop. Like, I'm not going to stop on this. I'm going to keep
Well,
going.
listen, I'm
because-
telling you right now, if Miriam was here, she would be like, well, what's your date of birth? Well, let me tell you why. You're on this life path. And because you're on this life path, this is why you
oh
do.
my gosh.
And
I'd
she
love that.
and she would just read you. And not in a
Cool.
bad way, unless you wanted it.
Sure. What? Hey, I'll take a free reading. I follow.
She's totally up for that.
I'm totally down for that
Oh.
because I think that would be really cool to actually have someone that's into numerology too. Why
Yes.
not? Like, that'd be cool.
Absolutely. And I'm where you're at.
Yeah.
Because when someone you love is into it, you're like, okay,
Yeah.
well, let me hear it.
Yeah.
And also when she starts telling you things and they
Mhm.
make sense, I'm like, oh, you're right. Every time it is my 5-day,
Yeah.
traffic sucks. And traffic really sucks every time.
Yeah.
Anytime I make a decision or plan with someone on my 2-day, it falls through. Or I have to pivot. And I'm like,
Yeah.
God dang it. When it's my 8-day, I always hurt myself.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But when you start to see the correlation, you're like, maybe it's in my head, but I don't think it is because even when I'm not paying attention to it, I'll be like, what happened today? I broke my foot
Yeah.
on my 8-day. I wasn't
Yikes.
paying. I just woke up. I didn't even know what the day was.
Mhm.
And I'm like, what is today?
Yeah. So it's just like pattern recognition.
Yes.
And like we're all creatures of habit too. And it's like we're always having this just, I don't know, battle in our minds too about life. And like, am I doing the right thing? Am I like succeeding in doing the things that I love to do?
Mhm.
And I think at the end of the day, it's like, as long as you keep giving it your all, giving your best self forward and moving, and you keep moving too. A lot
Keep
of us get
moving.
stagnant.
Mhm.
This is a big thing with my processes. And I'm like, I have to go to the gym. Like, I have to be active in some way, shape, or form to feel like I was productive,
Yeah.
honestly. And I feel like that's a big reason where I get my energy too. And there's also this energy alignment that I find with certain people as well. And so when I read your book, I was like, oh my gosh, we're totally energy aligned here. I have to go interview her, So that was part of the reason. But the other part of me is like, I was listening to another podcast actually, and and it was something really interesting about his podcast guests. Every one of them, like over 80% of them, wrote books. And I was like, wait a minute. So that's a big reason of getting people on as a podcast guest, as well as like, hey, getting people like that have written books because they really show their authentic self. They really
hope.
show, well, they really show themselves to a very vulnerable level.
Yeah.
And you have something to talk about and you have something to really promote within not just the book itself.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Oh, okay. She's cute too. So, to say that, I was like, I need to start interviewing more people who have written books. That's basically what it came down to. So, and it even inspired me to start writing my own
I
book.
was about to ask.
Which I was going to say, well, it's your interview, not mine, but I did start writing a book back in 2020 during COVID about asking better questions. Since my background's in journalism, I'm like, not enough people are curious. Not enough people are asking better questions to people to get to know them or maybe to get to know themselves.
Yeah, I agree
that's a
with
big
that a
thing.
lot.
Yeah, so I feel like that book would be really, really useful for a lot of people.
Because I think the things that you're curious about of other people are things you're still curious about on yourself that you haven't nailed down. And everyone likes to think, I know myself inside and out. Then you're not doing the work. Then you're not doing the work because you are always changing. And thank the goodness. To think that I would still be thinking the same and moving the same that I was when I was 20. or when I was 30, or when I was 40, or even when I was 50. I want to always be changing and always evolving. And that right there, asking questions of people to get, I think is also asking questions of yourself. I like that. When is it going to be done? I'm ready to read it.
I'm working on the website. You can pre-order it soon. I'll send you the link. But
shameless plug.
I know, shameless plug. I know. No, this has been a great interview, by the way. This is great. I love these impromptu whatever.
right.
This dog coming by. But yeah, I think, and that's another thing. I think everyone should write their own book. I think that's huge, especially with AI and stuff being so helpful and guiding you along. It's a no-brainer.
And listen, I'm just going to put it out there, and I'm going to look at the camera when I say it. AI can't write the book for you.
Nope.
It cannot, because I promise you, as soon as you start trying to prompt it, because I tried. I'm going to be upfront. I tried. I'm going to put it, well, that's wrong. That's not right. You spend more time correcting what AI was saying. The only purpose AI should have had was, I'm going to talk it out. Hey, should I say it like this or should I say it like this? Is this too much? Is this not enough? Or what's a better word for what I want to say? I've said this word 12 times. I'd like to not say that word a 13th time. So the whole idea that AI can write your story isn't true. And if it does, it's not your story.
It's not.
That was a work of fiction. AI can write a work of fiction. AI can hallucinate and just create a whole thing for you if you want to.
That's true.
But if you are true to yourself and reading that back, you're not going to let that go.
No.
I really don't think a lot of people are using AI to write their memoirs.
No, I was thinking more in lines of like, you just stream of consciousness, say everything you want to say about your book, and then get AI to ask you questions to kind of flesh it out.
Oh, yes.
See what I'm saying? So
hindsight. Why didn't I ask?
Right. And then the more question it asks you, the more it'll write down for you automatically, right? And then eventually you'll have at least some type of format, and then you can get it to start, separating it based off chapters, and then from the chapters you can flesh it out a little more.
Yes.
And I think it's
like
definitely a tool, right? It's not going to do the work for you, but it's a great tool. And I actually use another shameless plug with my creative agency where I help people with their social media. And I've been using AI to, create content from that. So it's been a huge help too, because like you said before, it's not going to do the work for you. You have to still have the idea. And it's the idea. And it's so funny because I keep interacting with AI every day, and I feel like it's making me smarter sometimes, but then other times I'm like, am I using it as a crutch? Yeah, you always want to kind of find that balance. But honestly, my productivity has gotten so much better because of AI. So I have to be like, maybe it is making me think in a different way too.
Yes.
And I love how almost every single interview I've had, it's always been something around AI, because that's how prevalent it is with the current state of just our affairs and what we're doing in today and how we're doing work, how we're doing play. AI is in somehow, shape, or form into it. And I think it's just going to grow larger. And so I think that's another great question. How often do you use AI? And is that, I guess, more helpful in your business or in your nonprofit? Or I'm just curious about how you utilize it.
I use AI.
Cool.
But I think being an herbalist, you learn to triple check everything.
Yeah.
Because I don't even go by what I read in a book when I'm creating an herb, because that book could be old and the information could be old. And most of the time they are really, if the book is more than 5 years old, how useful is that information if you're getting it from a book? Right. So you want to get updated information. And where do you go? You go to the internet. I'm sorry, folks, it's AI. It's always been AI. It's been AI since, early 2000s.
Oh, yeah.
It's been automated intelligence, artificial intelligence, and that is when we hear the argument about don't use AI, data centers, and all that. I promise I'm hearing it. I am. But I also feel like it's too little too late. We're already well past that point of like, that should have been a point of contention at the beginning of AI. Not now. Like, it's like, I think 20 years too late.
Yeah.
It's like global warming.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We need to be cautious, and we need to be mindful, and there are things that we can do to help. But technology must advance so that we advance,
Mm-hmm.
and that's part of it. That's my 2 pennies, my
S-
of
So,
AI.
do you think we should integrate with AI, or like in the future, just think like chips in the future? Like, what do
Oh,
you,
I don't
what's
know.
kind of your dystopian outlook of AI and how it's
Listen,
growing?
when the
Because,
AI overlords take over, they're going to be able to look at my history and know that I was not against them.
okay, all right.
And aren't we kind of already? We have pacemakers. We
That's true.
have now prosthetics
Mm-hmm.
that are able to do more for you, like with the hands. The hand prosthetics are just getting more advanced. That's
Mhm.
artificial intelligence. You know, it's science, it's mechanics, it's all of that, but you know, it's all helping. I use AI to be my person that I talk to at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
When I wake up at 3 in the morning, I'm not going to wake somebody else up. Hey, I had this crazy idea at 3 in the morning. But I've also set my AI to check me.
Mm.
I tell my AI I don't want it to blindly agree with me.
Okay.
And I want it to calm me down. I've set the tone,
Mm-hmm.
almost like a relationship.
Wow.
You know, like these are the expectations I have of my husband. These are the expectations, because friendship, relationships should have expectations, even friendships.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, I'll tell people, okay, well, what Melissa do you want? Do you want the fix it Melissa? Do you want the scorched earth Melissa? Or do you just want me to listen quietly?
Sure.
Like, and it's same thing for AI. I just tell it what I need.
Yeah.
I got a lot of people, I got a lot of support. I don't need it. So my AI is to check me
Mm-hmm.
all the time,
Yeah.
to the point that I have to say, okay, fine, I heard you.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, AI is definitely prevalent, and it's
Mhm.
just going to be increasing as the years go by too. But I think it's more of like, as long as it's a helpmate, doesn't take over your life,
Yes.
and you don't fully have to rely on it to survive, that's something I don't want to go towards. As
Mhm.
long as it's there to help and it doesn't like control you too,
Yes.
right? I'm just thinking like Matrix, you know, like it's
Mhm.
gonna get to the point. I'm like, oh my gosh,
Yes.
like I just wanted to help make my life more efficient, right?
Yes.
And more enjoyable too. So I can do the things I want to be doing, like doing interviews like this with real people.
Uh-huh.
And it's just something that I've kind of fought with as well. I'm like, it's just gonna do my computer stuff so I can do more out in the world stuff, you know,
Love
go on my runs more, go enjoy nature more, you know, take some of that time back that it seems to be disappearing as I grow older. You know, I actually made this post on Twitter the other day. I was like, why does it feel like as you grow older, time seems to be slipping by faster?
Mhm.
You know,
My
you ever
grandmother
ask
used
yourself
my
that?
grandmother used to tell me, she goes, when you get older, you'll see time's just gonna fly. Time's
Yeah.
gonna
Why
fly.
is that, Melissa? Tell me, like,
Because we're doing too much.
doing too much.
Yeah, we're just doing too much.
So we should be doing less.
I think we should be doing less. I really do. And less, and that brings, when you were talking about how you use AI and you want it to help you,
Yeah.
you're not the only one that thinks that. And it's
Mhm.
because there's something that's missing.
Mm,
And that's what AI is doing. It's filling this hole.
right.
And people will tell you, oh, we'll get out in nature or go talk to friends and get out in the community.
Mhm.
But imagine you're the person that does all that.
Mhm.
And it's still, there's something missing,
Mhm.
you know? And we have to figure out what that is. I don't know what it is. I don't have the answer. But I do know that that's the issue.
Mhm.
And I think naming the issue is the first step to figuring it out. And then maybe people won't be so afraid of AI or understand its purpose, when they too understand that there's just a piece that's missing and it's filling this hole, this piece. And then once we figure out what that is, then we can move accordingly.
Mhm. No, I like that mindset. That makes sense. It definitely does. And I feel like that missing piece is probably due to some like massive major events that happened last few years, COVID too, you
Mhm.
know? And it's just it's like that next step maybe in our evolution as well, if you think about it.
No,
So,
COVID taught us, please don't ever have a zombie apocalypse,
right.
because we were so divisive
Oh,
during
yeah.
that time.
The whole mask
I mean,
thing.
already in general, you
Yeah,
know,
we made it so political
you
too.
know, and it was like, dude, just wear the mask. Like, I, it's I didn't understand it.
Mhm.
Don't tell me what to do, and that's what it was. It was what,
Choice.
opposition defiance
First Amendment,
disorder.
right, or something.
Yeah, it was like, don't tell me what to do, and I'm like, nobody's telling you. We're just saying, hey,
Be safe. Yeah.
if you do this, maybe.
Mhm.
You know, try to do everything to not get sick. That's all, and to not
Right.
make other people sick.
Right.
And then there was the whole herd immunity. Oh
Mhm.
God, that one drove me crazy. We're not in the same herds.
Right.
Like just herd immunity is for your herd.
Mhm.
We're not in the same herds, so that's not gonna work.
I don't know. I think there was just so much misinformation
It
going on
was.
during that part, and it
Mm-hmm.
really didn't help the situation
Yeah.
either. And yeah, I don't know. I was in Seattle at the time. I remember that, and that was tough. That was really hard. But I'm glad it's over. But I feel like as we move forward in
Mm-hmm.
time, we seem to be always, there's always something going on, which I guess is good and
Yeah.
bad at the same time. But at the same time, we just have to realize that, especially with technology growing too, of like how to utilize it, but in some way, shape, or form, how to just like be better,
Mm-hmm.
as just human beings, and
Yeah.
and really in response to it, of just like using it in a way, like I mentioned before, that's helpful, but in a way that like gives value back to others. And I feel like we're not doing enough of that too. Is just giving that value, and going back to your nonprofit of giving value, because this is really important, just to kind of tie it all together. I think what you're doing is really, really important, and it's a
Thank you.
value within the community, and it's a value that a lot of people need. We eat every day,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, and some of us, we just don't have a lot of money to buy the foods that we want to buy, and you're there as a resource,
Yes.
as a support. And I wish more people were like that, in that support and that resource. And how long have you been running the nonprofit?
7 months. We're just in our 7th
Oh my
month.
God.
We're
Okay.
a baby nonprofit.
I assumed it was longer. I don't know
I know,
why.
because
That's crazy.
I have to give us all
Okay.
the props.
Yeah, I was gonna
Because
say.
in 7 months we have done some beautiful things already.
Yeah.
And I hope to do more, and I hope
Mhm.
that we can continue it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, it's a headache.
Sure.
I love it, but it is a 24/7 job.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, and we're only open 3 days a week.
Mhm.
But we also, when the Aspen fires happened, we were like, round it up.
Yeah.
There was Kaylee Wheatley, I believe her name is. She's got the big Aspen Fires thing
Okay.
on Facebook. And so, she was reaching out. I connected with her so we can get some supplies to the people who were evacuated.
Sure.
And
Okay.
that's one of the how we can pivot. It isn't, sometimes it's the bundles of blessings, sometimes it's the Aspen Fires,
Okay.
sometimes it's somebody who needs some medicine.
Right.
It isn't, and that's how we need to show up for our community in the way that they need it.
I love that.
Like, even when we were talking about we're gonna do backpacks,
Yeah.
we're like, yeah, we're gonna do backpacks and school supplies. But as I was hearing it more, that's not what people wanted. They wanted shoes.
Yeah.
So that's our next biggest initiative, is we want to get a new pair of shoes and a new outfit for the first day of school.
Okay.
So the kids can start their first day clean as a whistle.
Oh, I love that. No, that's amazing. Yeah, and I was just gonna ask you, what's the future of your nonprofit? Who do you want to help more? I love that you're doing more than just food, so that's amazing
We
too.
try.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is it's hard, I think, because it's always going to be food.
Yeah.
Food's always going to be like we're doing the Be a Summer Hero.
Sure.
That's what we're doing for the summer. But as that wraps up, now we're going to do the end of the year. And the holidays are the hardest time for parents and kids. So we're going to, give them the frivolous things.
Yeah.
The gifts for their kids. Then a lot of people actually think that that's frivolous. Because it's not food, it's not a utility bill, but it's peace of mind, it's dignity, I was able to provide for my family. And we do it in a way that the kids don't have to come and see that their parents were getting help.
Okay.
It's, hey, come get these gifts for your kids.
Yeah.
So that way you can put something under the tree. They don't got to know where it came from. Because as parents, we're always making that hustle and that change and that pivot. Right. To like, they don't know the work that goes into keeping the lights on.
No, most kids really don't.
Yeah.
I love that. And man, it's amazing how much you've done over a short span of time.
Yeah.
And what advice would you give to someone who wants to start their own nonprofit within their community?
Be prepared to spend your own money.
Okay.
Be prepared. I want to give the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Sure.
So here's the ugly.
Yeah.
You'll have to spend your own money. People aren't going to show up. Even the people that want the help, they're not going to show up. And you're going to do all the work, and they're not going to show up. But that's okay, because they got to show up when they want to show up. It's not about you. And you have to really understand that it's not about you.
Right.
And if you're in it for the accolades of, I helped X amount of people, you know, it's going to be short-lived for you. Because it has ebbs and flows too. Like the people that we serve, the missing middle, January and February and March are hard for us to find people to help because income tax comes around. And so they have an influx of money.
Sure.
And so then they're not going to use those resources because they have money.
Right.
But that's who we're serving. So that would be my, but the good part of it is if you are in it for the right reasons, man, does it fill your cup. I will be exhausted from a day because we had a pancake lunch and then we had a spaghetti dinner.
Yum.
And I served them. They
Oh.
sit at the table and I serve them. They don't have to come and feed themselves like a buffet. They gotta, like they're going to a restaurant. They gotta wait their turn, like, so I can get to everybody. But it's also about just literally serving the community.
Yeah.
And my feet hurt, my knees hurt, my back hurts.
Aw.
But damn, is my heart full.
Yeah.
And for me, that's worth it every single time that I got to feed all those people.
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. Yeah, it sounds like you're so passionate about it.
Yes.
And you keep it going. And that's when you're like, oh, I'm fulfilling my purpose. I'm fulfilling this like desire inside me. And how long did it take you to get there?
To what? To want to help people or to do the nonprofit?
To do the nonprofit.
As soon as I decided I was going to do it. But
Great answer.
It is. Listen, that's my trauma. It's I got to do it now because if I don't do it now, I won't do it.
Right.
And I won't. And so as we were feeding people all through November, December, January rolled around, I was like, no, this needs to be the forever thing. And we established the nonprofit.
Yeah.
And, you know, and we just did it. Now, I've been feeding people my whole life.
Right.
You know, as soon as that's my first thing I do.
Yeah.
Is I want to feed you in any capacity. And so I felt like it was always going to happen.
Yeah.
My daughter actually said it, Mom, we've always been nonprofit. We might as well be a nonprofit. And I was like, you're right.
Right. And we can accept donations.
Yes. Well, that's another thing we do too. Another way that we're different, we do a donation-based meal.
Okay.
Not because we need the donations. We always appreciate the donations. But because there's that mindset of, I don't want to owe you. Don't think that I owe you because you gave me this meal.
Right.
So give me $1.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to give me to make it feel better for you to take this meal. And I understand that. I call it the invisible ledger, keeping score. The bread of shame is what Miriam calls it. And if they just give $1 or they give 50 cents or they bring a box of spaghetti, if they give anything, then that takes that off the table. Yeah. Because that's not what I'm trying to serve. Right. You know, and I think that's a little different too. Yeah. Just because I want to, because I've been hungry and I've been in those places. Yeah. I have not accepted help because I don't want anybody to think that what are you going to want from me later? What's the buy-in to this? Right.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Is there anything else that you want to talk about that we didn't talk about? Anything that you want to share with everyone? Oh, God. Any kind of promotions going on maybe? Actually, let's talk a little more about your bazaar real quick because I was really curious. So it sounds like you have the bougie honey going on here.
I got bougie honey, yes!
Do you go to the farmer's market and you promote that? Or like, I'm curious, why not?
I don't go to the farmer's market because when you go to the farmer's market, they want honey, raw honey.
Just that's
you know, and that's what you go. But I do go. No, I just think that's the mindset.
Right.
And I could be wrong.
You could change the mindset.
I could change the mindset. But they're like, do they? I want it raw, unfiltered, unbothered. Okay. And there's plenty of that. Go have that.
Yeah.
But when we go to markets, just regular vendor events, we do very well.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Yeah, because we put it in beautiful, like, What Miriam calls it, the couscous bottles from.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the glass bottles. Like
Yes.
they're glass, but they're like
But they look like
fancy.
potion bottles, and they're fancy and they're embossed.
Oh, okay.
But couscous from the Emperor's New Clothes.
Oh, okay. Got you.
That was a potion
Emperor's
bottle.
New Groove, right?
That one. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's a great,
Thank you for
great
getting me to
movie.
that point.
Yep, no worries.
But they're gorgeous bottles too. So
Okay.
we make them a beautiful
Got you.
experience.
I
The
love
bougie
that.
honey. That's it. I'm stealing that.
Do it.
You
do
heard it here
I
first.
love
The
it.
bougie.
Because I was just I'm like, I feel like those would be huge sellers. Like if you can market it in such a way, even online.
Yeah.
I could see.
And we don't lie about it. We don't say this is raw infused. We do try to get local honey though.
Right.
It is local honey.
Yes.
But it is burnt beyond. It's not burnt. It's warmed, and it's warmed past the point that makes it that it has all the things that you want from honey. Allegedly, I don't know. From the story behind that, you know what? You're gonna have to interview Miriam next.
Yeah, totally.
Because she's the one that does the honey.
Oh,
and the
that's
reason
right.
why she created it was because our granddaughter has a physical malformation, and sometimes it messed with her mouth, and honey was the only thing that helped that. And it wasn't raw, unfiltered honey. It was just honey.
Sure. Just honey.
It was just honey, and then you get too much honey, and then what happens? I don't even want honey anymore.
See.
So what do we do to make it? We gotta zhuzh it up. We gotta bougie it up.
Gotta bougie it up, exactly.
But there's a story behind everything.
There is, Melissa. Oh my gosh. Where can people find you? They want to connect with you and to maybe get some of your honey.
Please follow us on Facebook.
Yes.
Blessings Beee Bazaar BZZAAR. We're at 1287 Lake Plaza Drive, Suite 30. We're downstairs. There's no elevator, but it's worth the steps.
It's only one flight of steps down. It's not too bad.
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Wide steps too.
Yes. Well, what do you do with the handicapped that want to come down and visit?
We do curb alert.
Okay.
Not curb alert. We'll meet you at the. We'll come up and give
That's
it to
nice
you.
of you. Yeah. Awesome. And then you have a TikTok as well, and Instagram and all that stuff.
Just TikTok. We might have an Instagram. My daughter does the Instagram.
Okay. Perfect.
Yes.
Awesome.
We have TikTok, Instagram, Facebook is the only one that I do. TikTok was mine first, but now I have to integrate the two, and it's hard.
It is hard, yeah. But I think
because I'm running 3 businesses with 3 different pages.
Right, you should just combine them all together somehow.
I need to. This is it, guys. We're the blessed bee. Come on.
There you go. Well, thank you again, Melissa, for your time. This was a wonderful interview.
Can I share something with you?
Of course.
You're my first podcast.
Really?
Where I was the guest.
Okay.
I've partnered with a bunch of podcasts, but I've never been the guest.
Aw, well, you definitely need to be more of the guest for sure. You're an amazing guest,
Thank
and
you.
I really appreciate just how vulnerable you are.
Stella was so chill the whole time.
And oh my gosh, this is the first time I've had Stella here, guys, and she's been really great the whole time. So I'm gonna have to turn off the camera now, but we're gonna take our first walk. Maybe I'll give you to Melissa here. Yes. All right. We'll see you later, guys. Awesome.